Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Amber Unfiltered. Today I want to talk about something that's a little controversial, which is, I want to say Black female public figures. I think I'm thinking more like rappers, singers, kind of in that lane. But before I do that, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, if you want to cash at me at AmberUnfilteredShow, that'd be greatly appreciated. So I don't have any fucking notes. I'm just going off the cuff here, so forgive me. I need to learn how to calm down with my cussing, but I'm not going to stop yet. So this has been something that's been on my mind for so long. I feel like there's no originality when it comes to, and I don't want to bash Black women, so please don't hate me for this, or please don't feel like I'm just coming for them just because. It's just something that I've noticed. I feel like a lot of public figures, especially the rap girlies, they look identical, and not even just them but also influencers as well. Like, I'm trying to go off the cuff here, like Jada Chavez, Ari Fletcher, Lotto, Cardi, I'm trying to think of who else. Oh my God, there's so many more that I had in mind. If they come up, I'll let you know. But a lot of them just look dead alike. And I'm like, I don't like it. They are naturally beautiful. A lot of them don't even need all that. And I understand there's a certain image or persona that they put out to the public. And a lot of their business or their opportunities are based around their looks or based around their aesthetic. They're selling a product, they're selling another version of themselves essentially, or whatever talent or craft is attached to that. So I do understand that, but I fucking can't stand it. I hate the fucking handlebar, like baby hairs, the big ass baby hairs that are like so close to their fucking eyebrows. They're so thick. Then the long ass weave down your back. It looks cute, but I'm like, I don't like it. I want to see more natural hair. I want to see, I don't know. I want to see them switch it up. Like, I used to love wearing wigs, so I can't say shit, but I always try to make sure it looked as natural as it could. Sometimes now that I look back at pictures, I'm like, bitch, what were you thinking wearing that? But it's like that. The fucking nails out to here, the fucking big lips, lip fillers, just, I'm trying to think, the fucking BBLs. Anybody on like Love and Hip Hop, I feel like definitely has it, especially Atlanta. I feel like, what's that girl's name? Erica Banks. She didn't need it. She's fine as hell. Like, she looks so crazy because I'm like, you don't need all that. Like, you are literally stunning without it. That's how I feel. I'm going to stand on that hill to the day I die. But I just want to see more original looks, more fresh looks. I feel like there's a certain image or stereotype that comes with that. And I feel like a lot of white women also imitate it. I see a lot of like white influencers and white public figures, especially the girlies, copying us. And I think they tend to overdo it with the surgery because they're trying to achieve that aesthetic that we naturally have, but we just tend to overdo it. Oh, I want to say another one, Saweetie. Like, don't get me wrong, I like all those girls. I'm not a huge fan of a lot of their music. I think that I like their personalities more than anything. And again, please don't come for me, fans of these girls. I'm not trying to rip them a new one. I'm just saying that I don't see any originality. I want to see freshness. And I'm wondering if they're using the same stylist. I'm wondering if they're using like the same makeup artist. I feel like somebody who does stand out to me is Victoria Monet, because she has a certain aesthetic. She has like more of a timeless aesthetic, I would say. Like, she takes from different eras. I see she does a lot with like 70s, and she combines modern. I think she also does like 90s, like early 2000s, I think, depending on the type of era that her music is in or her project is in. But a lot of these girls, I'm just like, I'm so tired of seeing this. Even on Instagram, every other girl looks exactly the same. Ass out to here, titties out to here. I'm just like, I'm so sick of seeing it. Like, it's aggravating. um I want to see a natural girly. I know they exist, but I feel like the preference is the thicker woman. And then it's like these guys fall for it. And again, they're surrounded by, a certain bracket, I would say. So they're probably attracted to that aesthetic. But a lot of these like IG influencer girlies, again, not ugly, but it just is a little played out for me. Somebody that I really like, but I wish she didn't do this, was Dream Doll. I love Dream Doll. I think her music is actually not bad. If I see it pop up in my feed, I'll listen to it. But she actually had like this little vlog series that she would do, and she made me laugh. There was something about her that I really liked. She seemed very genuine. Her personality was funny. She seemed like a very hard worker, very loving. I know that she had like a bad stigma or a bad rep early on in her career, because I think she came from like reality TV, like Baddies or something, and then she started taking herself more seriously. I know she was on the show that Impact New York, I want to say. I watched it. I couldn't get into it. I watched a couple of episodes. I really mainly watched it for her, because I actually do genuinely like her, and I actually would love to meet her. Like, I feel like she would just be so fun to hang around. She just seems like a real around the way girl who wants to make something of herself, and I just totally admire that. And I just think she has a cute little vibe. I don't know, but I just, I don't know. I want to see more girls that look like me, more girls who are just like kind of regular, like they don't wear too much makeup. Like the only makeup I really wear is foundation, which is what you see, because I be looking like Boo Boo the Fool with these fucking zits or zit scars. Because I feel like when you pop zits or like blackheads or acne for black people, like you like the keloids and stuff, like they scar so dark. We suffer from like really bad hyperpigmentation. Like I think Kiki Palmer is someone who's been pretty open about this. Like adult acne is no joke, and don't let you have like any hormonal or any other medical issues, because then that's a whole other thing. But I definitely suffer from that. I'm not even gonna hold you. Like I do wear makeup because of that, but eventually I do want to stop wearing makeup because it is terrible for your skin. It's also expensive as fuck, and half the time I hate fucking wearing it, but I'm like, bitch, I don't want to scare you and I don't want to scare myself. So I try to make myself look decent. But I don't really get dressed up on here. Like today I was like, oh, I'm going to switch it up and like change my shirt, because I was like, damn, I'll be wearing like the same 2 or 3 shirts. But I'm a creature of habit. I'm usually found in like fucking sweatpants, a tank top, and like a kimono, or just a t-shirt or a hoodie. Like I'm so basic. Like every now and then I do like to get dressed up and wear like a nice top, do like some lipstick, do like, you know, more accessories or something like that. But I like a very pared down, like natural look. I don't really like too much makeup. I used to be into all that shit when I was younger, and the older I got, I said the less I give a fuck. Like this is what you gain. Like my husband actually prefers me without makeup. And I'm just like, bitch, I look scary. But anyway, it's just zit scars. I don't think it's as bad as I used to think it was. But anyway, this is something that has been on my mind for a really long time. I don't have any notes about this, but I'm just like wondering if other people feel this way. And again, I'm not trying to take away from them, because these girls are beautiful. I know that they have to maintain a certain image, or they're, you know, it is a part of their job. I understand there's maintenance in that. But like Cardi is another one. I think, I don't want to say she totally set the tone, but I think in some way she did. I think even like the City Girls too. That's what I was really thinking of. Like this certain aesthetic. And I'm like, it's giving corn star, like if you know what I'm trying to say, with a P, you know, replace C with a P. But I don't like it. It just is too much. It's too busty. It's too sexualized. Like every time I see Lotto, she looks like she's fucking busting out of her clothes. That girl is stunning. I'm not going to take that away from her. She's very talented. She's very hardworking. But at the same time, I'm like, I don't like that image. Like, I'm like, I would like to see... I don't want to comment on like women and what they should wear. If she feels comfortable or she feels sexy, I think she should wear it. But at the same time, I think there's a way to dress that isn't so provocative. And again, there's like a fine line, because I don't want to come on here sounding like, oh, it's the 1950s, you should cover up like knee-length skirts, like turtlenecks, like a fucking nun. Like, no, I want to see different beauty that isn't so outward. And I feel like Black women already suffer as it is with being like overly sexualized. And I'm like, I don't really want to add to that. Like, I don't really show my body off like that. Like, yeah, no, I really don't. I like more covered up. And I used to do it a little bit when I was younger, like more like, oh, this is so bad. Like not super low cut, but you know, something that would accentuate, because I think I had a better figure. Like I've gained so much weight. Like the older you get, it's the truth. You spread like fucking Jiffy peanut butter. Like it is just what it is. But I prefer to be covered up. I prefer comfort over sexiness, which is probably really bad. There's times where I feel like I can get sexy or I can get dolled up. Like special occasions, maybe like a birthday or like a holiday party or something like that. Like this weekend, we're going to my husband's work's holiday party. But I was like, even then I try really hard to dress kind of more pared, I don't want to say pared down. I dress up, but I don't have all my stuff hanging out, because I'm like, he's still at work, even though he's not in his office. He works 100% from home, but you know, it's work adjacent, if that makes sense. And I don't want to embarrass him by proxy. And he also works for, you know, the government sector or the federal sector. So, you know, there's military guys, there's like guys that are high ranking. Like, I don't want to, you know, make him look bad. So I don't know. It's just something that I've thought about. And I always wonder, what does it take to maintain this? This has to be so expensive. Could you imagine having a female rapper and the beauty maintenance alone, just outside of like her recording, pushing singles, album rollouts, tours? Like, that probably has to be a lot of fucking money, just that. Like, I think that's something that male rappers probably don't have to worry about. I think they're more like into like the dress and the jewelry and maybe like cars and stuff like that. And again, I might be totally ignorant on this topic. It's just kind of something I picked up on. Let me know if I'm wrong, or let me know if maybe I'm coming a little too hard. This nicely, of course. We don't tolerate mean people on this channel. You will be blocked and you will be deleted. Just letting you know. But I don't know, just the busty, like looking like you're about to go to a corn shoot. Like it just, it's so tired to me. And then it's like, what sets you, and even the makeup and stuff, it's so heavy. Like even I was looking at Love and Hip Hop Miami, all the girls on there, like their makeup is identical. And I'm like, no one stands out to me. All of them are beautiful, come in different shades, different shapes. But then it's like, at the same time, they're similar. Like I noticed in the theme song of Love and Hip Hop Miami, I think Shay might have got a boob job. Because I was like, she was not that busty before. Because Shay was relatively petite. I wouldn't be surprised if she had some surgery before, which totally her business. But I was like the dress she was wearing, I was like, her boobs are out here. And I was like, I don't remember her looking like that last season. So I'm like, did she get her boobs done? And then Amada says she got hers done. I'm like, what did you get them done for? You didn't need them. You didn't need them. But I'm like, I'm wondering if maybe following, their kids, like the birth of their kids, because Amada had twins. Shay has one daughter. So I was like, okay, that could be it. Some women do get that because that reconstructive surgery, because your body's all outsourced, or you get what's called like a mommy makeover or something. So I could totally see that. But someone that I think is really struggling in that department, and I love her to pieces, Cardi B. And I'm like, she just keeps getting more and more and more and more. I'm genuinely concerned about her because I'm like, girl, you don't need it. She was so fine, like before and after, regardless. But now it does not look right. Another one, Summer Walker. And again, I love both of them. I listen to both of their music. I think with Cardi, not in a mean way, I like her personality more than I like her music. And I do like her business acumen and how she's able to move around. But yeah, who was the other one I just said? Summer Walker. Oh my gosh, I've seen so many like before and after pictures, and I'm like, oh my God, Summer, you did not need it. And I'm like, if she wanted to get it, then she got it. Like that's her decision, her body, her choice. But then I'm like, it's overkill because then you have to keep getting it, keep getting it, keep getting it. And I'm like, does plastic surgery equal body dysmorphia, or is it them doing it? Is it the people around them? Is it their representation? Is it their label? Is it their management? I'm like, what is going on in Hollywood? What is going on in that like sphere or hub of the world? Like, am I missing something? Like, why are all of them getting it? They don't need it. I'm like, they literally don't need it. Somebody that I really like, I'm not sure if she has, to my knowledge, she hasn't. I like Mariah the Scientist shape because it's very natural. Her butt is so plump though. I was looking at her, I was like, did she have a little nip tuck? But I'm like, if she did, it looks so natural. Like it's not too much. I feel like the problem is Nicki Minaj is another one. Gorgeous. I think Nicki Minaj is fine as fuck. She's talented as fuck. But I'm like, she's actually so little. If you ever look, some of these girls, like their frame is so little, and then they get these really big boobs, really big butts, and it doesn't hold to their shape. Queen Naija is another one. Like, I'm like, you actually are so tiny. You need to get something that fits your body because it looks like you're about to tip over. Like, I'm like, oh my God, that looks like that hurts. And then I'm thinking about the maintenance or the cost of this, not just the surgery itself and the recovery and the adjusting, but also clothes. I was like, do they have to get their clothes custom made? Because a lot of the stuff that is out there, it doesn't fit that type of shape because it's I don't want to say genetically enhanced, it's a surgically enhanced procedure. Like it's a surgically enhanced body. So it's like, it's not made for regular clothes. Like I wonder if the Fashion Nova and the Shein and that stuff, does it actually fit girls that are built with that shape? I'm not too sure. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I was like, that must be so much money. Like, I would not want to spend that. I'm like, bitch, even if I had the money, I still wouldn't want to spend it. Like, I don't know. I want to see more girls with like, tummies, love handles, cellulite. Because, bitch, I got all those and I'm not even going to hold you. Like, I'm not in love with my shape, but I'm not going to change it in the sense of I'm too scared to go under the knife. I'm actually terrified. More power to people who do. If that's what you want to do, then do it. But if you have the money and you have the means, knock yourself out. But I think I watched what is her name? I don't know if y'all remember, this was one of the craziest things, but her name was Eliza. She was really good friends with Selena Powell. Selena Powell's another one. Eliza's another one. I like both of them. I more so like Eliza. Selena is just a fucking troll. And I'm just like, these guys are so nasty for dealing with her. But that's another discussion for another day. But I remember her friend Eliza became famous because she went on Adam 22's podcast, No Jumper. That used to be one of my favorite podcasts. Now I don't even watch it anymore because it's just foolishness and it's not the same. And I'm like, I kind of miss when it was more low key because Adam used to give amazing interviews. Now I'm just like, okay, I just can't. He's cringe a little bit. And I'm like, I have to admit that. And there's like a fine line with like cultural appropriation and he's definitely straddling it. But anyway, what was I finna say? Eliza became famous because she went on there. I don't know if she went on there by herself or with Eliza. And she did an interview and she basically said that she slept with the whole Suns team, like the basketball team. Was it the Phoenix Suns? I don't know what the city is called, or what team, you know, like where they're stationed at is what I'm trying to say. But she became famous for that. And then I actually followed her YouTube channel. I think it was like AJ, but it was like AYYYEJAE or something like that. But her channel has been like shadow banned and all this type of stuff like so many times. But actually, when she separated from Selena, you could tell there was something underneath, but she admitted that she was raised like super religious, couldn't go anywhere, like couldn't do shit. And so she started rebelling. And that's kind of how she became like as sexually liberated and just like out there as she was. And I was like, oh, that actually makes sense. And what she was saying, I was like, people were crucifying her. But I was like, if that's what the fuck she wanted to do, that's what the fuck she wanted to do. If she wanted to sleep with 7 people at the same time or in a row, then that's her business. Like, that don't have shit to do with me. And it's like, y'all not calling the men nasty. Y'all are dapping them up and doing everything else. Like, y'all quick to bash the woman, but it's like the man participated, so he's just as wrong. I think she went viral because she said she gave, you know what, like she gave oral, you know, that many times in a row. And I was just like, with a whole bunch of guys at the same time, but they were all on the same basketball team. And I was just like, girl, you is too much, like too much. But as Jessie Wu would say, I love her so much. But Eliza did a video, I don't know if it's still up. She did a video basically documenting how she almost died from getting her BBL. And I was like, these girls is really finna die for what? Cash Doll's another one. Cash Doll, I love her though. I'm not gonna come too hard on Cash Doll because I really, really like her. She just is such a genuine spirit, just seems like a sweet girl, stays out the way, does what she needs to do. And she's another one. She loves material things, but she's willing to work hard for them. You cannot say she's not a hard worker between music, TV, modeling, and everything else. Like, shout out to you, Cash Doll. But Eliza did a video basically explaining like, oh my God, it was so graphic, like how it's basically like holes in your butt. You're like bleeding. You have to have like a butt pillow, like the recovery. And she was saying like it was getting infected. Like her aftercare following the surgery was fucking horrific. Like it was a nightmare. And I was like, I could not imagine dying just for a fat ass. And I'm like, these men are stupid for going after that. Cause you have to know only one thing is going to come out of you. Or I don't want to say one thing. I don't like when people get these things in order to achieve a certain lifestyle, because it's like you can still get it without doing all that. But I'm like, that's your business. That's what you want to do. But I just really wanted to talk about how a lot of the girlies look the same. And even the way that they dress, even though the way that they talk, like the period and all that stuff, like they just all seem like clones of each other. No one is really doing anything that's making them stand out. Like I like artists that stand out. I like a Janae Aiko, who did I say earlier? Mariah the Scientist. I kind of like a little bit of people that aren't, they're popular, but they're not going with the flow. They're kind of doing their own thing. I really love Lana Del Rey for that reason. Kali Uchis, or Kali Uchis. I'm trying to think. Oh my God, there's so many. I used to really like Halsey a lot, or Halsey, and I kind of not feeling her no more. I should do a video about that. But anyway, I don't know where I was going with that. I just wanted to comment on it because it's something that was bothering my spirit. And even anytime like I read an article like on Media Takeout or any like urban or Black websites, they're like, oh, another one. Tyrese's girlfriend Zelly, look her up. She's a beautiful girl. She kind of looks like Hot Topic from Love and Hip Hop Miami, now that I think about it. Even Hot Topic, she's stacked like no other, like fucking Lego set. But I'm like, these girls, why do y'all all want to look the same? What are you influencing? Make it make sense. Like, influence people to be themselves, influence people to be natural. And there are some women who get surgery and say, I regretted it. Like, Lotto is very transparent about this. And again, I'm not trying to like bash these women or belittle them. It's just, I want new girls who come into the industry or who want a certain lifestyle, you know, that luxury lifestyle. Get it how you get it, but don't die on the operating table for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that stuff is still attainable without having to do all that. And then you're settling. You're not being you. You're just conforming to what is selling or what is hot at the moment. The thing with trends is they go out of style. So I don't know, like you're hearing now that a lot of them are reversing the surgeries. I think Black China was one. I don't think she was like necessarily the first, but she was the first big influencer, like model, you know, television personality, to do that, to reverse all her surgeries and get the fillers and get everything out. I think she still has a little bit, because there was one scene on Love and Hip Hop, her butt was shaped so weird. But I was like, I wonder if it was the outfit she was wearing, because she was wearing like these shorts that look like almost like they have butt implants or like sculpting qualities to them. But I don't know. It just is so frustrating because I'm like, what message does that send to somebody like me who wants to support you, but then I see you and you look like every girl on my feed? Like, I don't know. I like stuff that's a little bit out of the norm and not, you know, the same. I like people that can, like, I don't want to say they're not thinking for themselves because that's wrong. I want to say that I like people who stick to their guns and they're not just going to follow what the crowd is doing. I'm kind of like that myself, so that's probably why. Like, I don't necessarily just go, if people's going left, I'm going right. Like, I'm doing my own thing. Like, I'm not worried about you. Like, I've always been like that, and it served me well, and sometimes it hasn't, but I'm going to be me till the day I die. But anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments. I hope that this was not a super harsh critique. I had to get it off my chest. It was something that was kind of bothering me. But anyway, I love you guys. Hope you're having a good week so far and hope you have a nice weekend. Bye.